Hello and welcome to BOI Weekly. I'm Kayode Alayande. This week on the program, our tour of businesses supported by the Bank of Industry nationwide takes us to Amechi Uwani in Enugu State. We're focusing on Simon Pat Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited. It's a 10-member group with core investments in agro-processing, particularly palm kernel extraction. Simon Pat processes palm kernel oil, from which vegetable oil is further derived. Soap-making companies as well as food and confectionery industries, amongst others, also use the crude PKO as raw material. Through the help of the Bank of Industry, the Cooperative Society was able to secure the necessary equipment to hit the ground running, namely a generating set, crusher, filter, storage tank, and a few other tools, all running into millions of naira. Let's see what they have done with these resources in just about 1 year. Both the president, Simon Pat Farmers Multipurpose Cooperative Society Limited, Mr. Okolo, and the treasurer, Chinyere, welcomed me to the small factory. Chinyere Okolo, who doubles as the managing director of the Cooperative Society, runs the factory. All right, so, madam, can you explain to us what you do here?
Okay, we are into production of crude palm kernel oil and the byproducts. So we go to the market, buy the kernel, or you get people to supply you at the factory. Just like we have these ones on the ground now that were supplied by some of the petty suppliers, not be the big ones.
Tell me about the different palm kernels or the different species of palm kernel that you have.
Okay. You know, it comes in different forms. Like you buy the ones we buy from Abia State, Okigwe side, Owerri side. Their kernel is different from the ones we buy from Soka side. Still different from the ones we buy from Kogi side. Then still very different from the ones we buy from Cross River. Because Cross River people, most of their kernel is water washed. So they separate the shell and the nuts with water.
For the kind of business you do, which is the best species of palm kernel?
The best species is the hand-picked ones. You get them from Mbise side, Okigwe area. We still get from Nsoka. The rate of the hand wash from Nsoka is very minimal. So we buy mostly from Nsoka area. That's where we buy our raw material now.
Next, she leads me to the toaster behind the facility.
So this toaster tank can take 2,480 kg of these nuts, which is equivalent to 31 bags, and each bag is 80 kilograms. So you can see the difference between the toasted kernel and the one that is yet to be toasted.
Okay, so this is the raw one.
The raw one.
Okay, straight from the farm.
Yes.
Yeah, and
this one is the toasted one. So you can see the difference.
Yeah.
This one is dark and has oil all over its body. This one is dry, no oil on it. If you crack it now, this one will be soft and this one will be hard.
Oh, really? After seeing the toaster, we returned into the factory where the production proper begins. It starts with a heap of freshly toasted palm kernel nuts sitting next to the crusher.
You know, the toaster, I've told you that hot air blows inside it.
Yeah.
So the kernel, when you're bringing them out, they're hot. You have to allow them to cool for some hours. Maybe
how long, for instance, how many
like
hours?
3 hours is okay. Then the temperature will also dry. The reason is that this crusher has a very high temperature also, so that the thing will balance and you get your oil out very well.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. So from here, we now take it to the crusher. So this machine is the crusher. That's what we use to crush the toasted kernel. This is the hopper, where you scoop it and put inside the hopper. So once you pour your kernel in the hopper, it drops through this channel, enters your basket, and is being crushed. As the process is going on, your oil drips and enter this tank. So when this